Hello and welcome to the BrickFix YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be building the Townhouse Pet Shop and Cafe LEGO set 31097. It's a Creator 3-in-1 set, and for today, I'm just going to be doing you might call it a speed build, but I'll be building the set, and I might pause the video periodically just to talk about an interesting technique or a play feature, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I will see you in the video. Alright, and I'm back again to show off one of the minifigures that comes in the set. This guy, I think he works at a hot dog stand or something. But he's wearing a nice blue shirt and a red hat, and he's got a nice beard, got a nice smile, you know, a lot of nice stuff. Just showing off the minifigure. I'm going to set him back here, and I'm going to continue building. Alright. I've got to say, one of my favorite combination of parts ever is two parts that are meant to go together. It is this little hot dog bun, and its counterpart, the little hot dog. They're so cute, they fit together, and you know, I like how they just really show off that this is a hot dog stand. Kind of looks more like a barbecue right now because I'm not quite done building it, but when it's done, it's going to be a hot dog stand. I am back after building a little hot dog stand. This thing is absolutely adorable. It's got two buttons on the front, these little transparent parts. It's got a little grill, not sure what that's for, maybe put in more coal or something. It's got a hot dog, it's all cooked, it's ready to be fed. And one of my favorite parts is this giant brick-built hot dog. It has a really cool feature. It's not really a feature, but it's a building technique. I get this mustard in the vanilla shop, where it uses two, oops, I broke the bun. This is falling apart. It has two of these bracket pieces with little round bricks, round dome bricks, and then it uses these half domes, or whatever you want to call them, half cylinders, and that's how you make up the little hot dog. So then it looks like like a brick-built hot dog. I don't know what else you would call it, and it fits just on top of the hot dog stand, where our little minifigure can serve up his hot dogs. All right, now to the main build. Alright, I'm popping back in once again, sorry for the interruption, to clarify, or at least correct myself so I don't get yelled at in the comments. Well, I probably won't, it's not that big of a deal. But this part of the build that I'm building now, I think is actually the cafe. And for another thing that I wanted to pause for, see how this tile here is brown? And the real set is supposed to be red, but I can't find that piece. I don't know where it went. So, it's brown in this one. It's my own version. Alright, back to the build. So we're nearing the end of bag 1, and I figured I would come back and maybe just build the rest of the little details, such as a little lamp, which takes a cone piece and a 1x1 stud, just like this, and you put it right onto there. We have a little fire hydrant that's made of a round cylinder, a brick, and 2 black studs, just like that. The fire hydrant goes right on that stud there. And we've got a little, I guess you could call it a sign, or a, yeah, sign works. And it's made of some gold pieces, a clip, and a coffee mug to show that this here is a coffee shop. Building that, then I'll show it to the camera. Okay. We have a little coffee shop sign, and it fits just in between those things. You see how, since it was built with 1x3 pieces, there's little, I don't know what to call them, but I guess pins or whatever, but they fit right into the holes on this bracket, and so you can just connect it. It connects like that. And now that the first bag is done, I kind of want to go over just sort of the building itself. So it's got some nice details. It has a really nice front to it. I like this shape here made by the arches. It's got a really nice lamp that we just made. The door opens and closes, which is always nice. On the inside, we have just a little table. We have some cheese, of course. This here, I'm not entirely sure what it's for. Like, if that's a cash register, it's really easy to steal from, because you can just walk over and take it. So, like, I don't, because there's a little printed piece there, and I don't know what the point of the printed slope is. I wonder if maybe that was a piece that was supposed to go in a secondary model, and they're like, hey, we need to fill a spot, how about we make a little thing here? I don't know, but it doesn't make much sense. We've got 2 lights. We have a really nice window where we can look out and we can see the little guy selling hot dogs. Let's see if I can get them on the camera. There, we got our guy selling the hot dogs. I don't know. Yeah, overall it's a fun bag. We have our hot dog stand, or I guess hot dog vendor stand, I don't know what to call it. And when I was showing it off to the camera before, I forgot to mention the ketchup and mustard, which is now there. Sorry, it's not really centered. And so we have bag 1 completed. Now on to bag 2. So this is a very cool feature of, well, I mean, it's not really like super crazy, but it's an interesting feature. This here is a little balcony that uses an interesting technique to make this flower pot. It uses a 1x4 plate, and then, well, first it's attached to these brackets, so it's facing sideways. And then if I can take this stuff off, it comes with a 1x4 plate, a 1x2, and then a 1x4, I don't know what to call it, but basically another bracket that, when it's placed like this, it'll be placed on the side like that. So when you place it, this is facing straight up, so you might think, why not just place the, like, make this wider, make it a 2x. But that's because we take the little slopes, attach them, and now when we add the flowers, it looks just like a flower pot that you see on a balcony. Perfect. And now this balcony attaches right onto this part, which I'm guessing is the second floor, and is going to go right up on top of here. Alright, back to the build. figured I would pause once more just to show off another little, I keep saying little, but that's fine. Just to show off another, well, I'll just show you. It is another flower pot, and this one attaches to the outside of this here window. It just goes in with these pins, and it uses a similar strategy, except this time the bracket faces outwards, so it's more like how you would think it would be used. It's a bit simpler, but it also works just as well. I like that it adds a little bit of difference to the two flower pots. They're not exactly the same, and that way it doesn't feel as repetitive. So here we have probably the most condensed kitchen I have ever seen. We have in this one little 6 by something piece, 6 by 2, and then a certain number of bricks high. We have 2 drawers, a sink, 2 cooking stoves, a microwave. I don't know how someone could even do this, but either way, I think it's very neat. It fits right into this section of the building. And when you attach it, now now this kind of looks like, I guess, a living area. If this was a bit wider, then probably it'd be a bunch more stuff actually in the building itself. But I think that it fits well enough. I'm not sure what else we would need it for, but I like the microwave and the stove all in the same thing. I think it's very neat. All right, let's keep going. And here we have the last little section of this bag, which is bag 2. We have a dresser, which has 2 drawers, goes right off to the side right here. Oh, it goes in one stud. Okay, I put it in the wrong spot. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just moving it over. There we go. Boom. Now we have a little living quarters where people can get their food, I guess. I mean, it's not really a bed or anything like that, but you know, it works. So let's go over this second floor, which is what it is. So this whole build attaches right up here. So we have just the start of a little building, but I'll pull that off for now. This floor comes with, again, an interior of a kitchen, a drawer. The outside has a couple flower pots. It's got some windows, a nice detail on the window there with the swirly bricks. This door opens and closes, again, very helpful. And we have more flower pots and a balcony. Overall, just a fun little build. Yeah, and it fits perfectly up here, which is nice. And now we can move on to bag 3. Here we have the figure that comes in bag 3. It's just a young girl with glasses and a big smile. She's got an apple printed top and short green legs. She's got a nice hairpiece. It's a nice minifigure, not much to it. Wanted to jump in here for a second to show off the roof part of goes right up on there on top of this, but I'll get to that later. But this has a really interesting design where you have a whole bunch of different swirly pieces. Like they use these clips here. It's hard to see, but there's some clips. You've got a round piece, and round like corner tiles. You even have these little white parrots that look pretty good. They're really nice accents that go right on top of these curly bricks. So I think the whole design of round and swirly and all that, I think it fits really well, and I think it's a nice design. Just wanted to put that in there, give a little review. Jumping back in here, just wanted to show off this little garden area that I guess the person who lives in this house set up top. It's got maybe some carrots, or maybe they're really tiny pumpkins. There are some flowers that I don't know what they would be. I don't know much about gardening, but maybe they're like a cabbage or something that's growing. I don't know. Maybe an onion because it's kind of blue. But either way, there's a garden up top, and I think that it looks really nice. It's very simple, but looks, obviously it's a garden, so it does its job. And now we come to the fun part, where we can take this building, and we can take the roof, and we attach it all together, and now we have one entire building. So I'm going to review kind of this whole section. I know there's a whole bunch of extra parts, but I'm going to do this part right now. I think it looks really nice. Oh, I have it too high. I think it is a very, very nice building. I mean, there's not really much to say. It's got really nice detail, like on the side, these just simple, putting some round pieces in there to make it look more architecturally pleasing. There's some windows all over the place. Well, there's some on that side, but then there's some on the bottom down here. You have detail around the windows here. You've got a coffee shop symbol. You can take off each of the different sections. This one didn't come off very clean for some reason. And the scissors just fell. Put it back. You can take off the roof. You can take off the second floor. And then you have three very unique pieces that I think stack very well. One thing that I do like about these sets is that you can make a really short building if you really wanted to. I don't see why you would. It doesn't really make much sense. But you never know, you might find a use for it. Yeah, altogether the building just looks very nice and very, as simple as it may be for a Creator 301 set, I think it's a very detailed and pleasing to look at building. Alright, let's keep going. Back at the end of bag 3, and we have just built a little patio area for the cafe. So it comes with a table, some chairs, a nice brick built tree with a very interesting build for a bird. It's literally just 4 pieces made of a slope, a round piece, a cheese wedge, and a thing that they're using as a beak, which is normally used for a tooth. There's a little flower pot, and if you have built this set, you might be thinking, hey, something's missing. I'll show you exactly what that is. If I pull the instructions up, I dropped something. Okay, I dropped something, don't know what it was. If I pull this up, you might see that there's a little dog, a brick-built dog. I don't know what happened to it. I had this set on display for a long time. Almost since it came out, maybe a year ago. Like, I've had it on display for a long time, and somehow that dog managed to disappear somewhere into my collection. So I no longer have it, so sadly you won't be seeing me build it here. But, besides that, this whole piece just slots into here. There's some little pins, I'll show you. They're the same as this. And, you know how I mentioned the part about the cheese and the mouse that's going to happen, that's going to appear in probably the next bag, I think, in the pet shop? If you look on this set, there is a mouse hole right there, and a mouse hole right there. And that lines up, oh, knocked over the plants. it lines up exactly in the exact same spot as the mouse hole on this part of the build. So when you put them together, you can slide them together. Oh, I'm knocking chairs off. And I don't know how easy it's going to be to see, but in the back there's the mouse hole, and that lines up perfectly with the hole on this side. It's hard to tell, but it's a very cool feature. Alright, I'm going to set that off to the side. Oh, I knocked over the fire message. Send that off to the side, and let's move on to bag 4. Here we have the minifigure. Oh, that was a weird way of saying that. The minifigure of bag 4. He's an old man who, for some reason, I like to think as a grumpy old man. He kind of reminds me of Jonah Jameson. I don't know why. He doesn't really look like him from Spider-Man. But that's who it reminds me of. I don't know why. Maybe I just don't know many old men. But that's who this is. He's got gray hair, some glasses, a plaid shirt, and some basic tan pants. So he's gonna go with the rest of them, just another person living either in the apartments, or maybe he's looking for an animal or going to the cafe. You never know. Alright, let's move on. And here we have a little cute ATM machine, where apparently everyone in a LEGO city is so rich that all they ever need to get out of an ATM is a $100 bill. So apparently everyone in this world is just a Mr. Krabs. It's got a digital pad. I guess that is something where I don't exactly know what it would be for, but just a detail. You've got a little screen, you've got the overhang that most ATM machines have, and inside is where you put your money, I guess. It's a nice build, and it goes onto this piece right here, right at the front of the pet store, in case you need to buy your pets with cash. I don't know, although I do feel like that would make it a bit harder to return your pet if you need to, because I don't know how exactly they'd give you cash, but hey, it's a LEGO world, who knows? This is one of my favorite parts from the whole entire set, and that is this little tiny, oh, I couldn't even see it. It is a fish tank. It's made of very simple stuff. It's just a fish and a clip, and when you put it up front, it kind of looks like it's in a bowl of water with some seaweed floating around, that kind of stuff. And it's just super simple and super nice, and I really like it. And it goes right on these two bricks right there. So that's the start. That's the first pet in our pet shop. Let's keep going. And here we have a cute little mouse, and this is the mouse I was talking about this whole time. It uses only 4 parts. It uses another one of those black spoons, oh no, I dropped the mouse. 1 second. This animal here is a very simple brick-built toucan, using some slopes and and some multicolored plates to make that bill look on the the look of the bill. And it's on a little stand with a, I don't even know what that would be. Best way to describe it is like a spoon or something, so that it looks like it's actually sitting on a perch. And this one goes in the building right in the window. So then if you look through the window, you can see that there is a toucan, or whatever kind of bird that is, sitting inside the building. I have returned with the mouse. So, as I was saying, it uses a spoon, it uses a 1x1 round, a plate. It uses a plate with a slope, and one of these interesting curved tiles. And so that makes a little mouse that can scurry around, and it can get the cheese. Sadly, it doesn't exactly fit inside of the hole, but that's fine, it doesn't have to. And this one fits right here in this little display case, where it is very much loose and very much able to get out. And beside the mouse, we can put a little piece of cheese that is going to be, it's sort of the thing that gets him hooked on cheese and makes him want to go through all of the different parts of this building just to get some more. Alright, let's keep going. And here we are. We have the first floor of the second part of the building. This one is a little pet shop, so it's got colorful awning, a very interesting sign made almost entirely out of 1x1 pieces, except for the dog's nose. There's a dog with its tongue sticking up. We have a little bird. We have a thing out front with some dog toys and some dog bones. We have an ATM machine for all the rich minifigures. And then on the inside, we've got 3 different animals. We have a toucan, we have a fish hiding in the corner, and a little mouse that is very much going to escape and try and eat all the cheese. On the inside, we also have a cash register, and overall, it looks very nice. Look, the door's open. I am a huge fan of this part. This is probably one of the cooler parts of the whole build, just because of the sign. The sign's really cool. I like the ATM, it's very unique, and the fish build, the toucan build, they're all super nice looking, and I think honestly that it is one of the best parts. Overall, I think it fits very well. This is also one thing that I've noticed about the set as I'm rebuilding it. I love how much color there is. It's not all tan and gray and trying to like fit in a city theme. It's very nice and pleasant, and it's hard to explain, but basically I like how colorful and vibrant it is, as well as simple and fun to put together. Anyways, let's keep going. I was about to move on, but I figured I should stop and talk about my least favorite part about this whole set, which is these pieces right here. This uses, what was it, I think 8 of the red pieces and 14 of the black ones. It's just, like, it's not a big pain, it's just kind of annoying to build, and there's 2 of them in the set. It's a cool function, but it's kind of annoying to build. That was all. Just a little bit of nitpicking, but not much. Alright, back to it. Alright everyone, so this setup might look a little bit different from what it was earlier in the video, but that's perfectly fine. I just moved some stuff around so that it's a bit easier for me to build, and so it's not so awkward when I'm doing stuff. So either way, we're going to continue with the build, and I'll I won't change much about how I was doing it. I will just basically continue with the same sort of stuff. Alright, back to build. Here is a little bench just inside of this building. And I think we're about to build another part, so let's keep going. A living room. We've got a couch. We have a TV showing someone's favorite racing show. We've got a few movies underneath in a little glass case with a drawer. Who knows what's in there? Maybe some more, maybe the remotes or something like that. We've got a potted plant because, you know, if you're going to be sitting there watching TV all day, you want to do more than just watch TV. You want to have a bit of nature. And you've also got a feature on the other side where this whole thing will slide, and it won't go any further because of this clip and because of this click hinge piece. And so it slides back and forth, so if you want shade while you're watching your movie, you can just move it around. Now we're going to build a little thing right here. Now, here we have a beautiful little coffee mug that goes right on the side of the building here, and it'll automatically, when it goes in the hole, turn to show the shape of the, I guess, what's the word? Advertise the coffee shop. Alright, let's keep going. Here we go. This is all of bag, what was it, 5, I think? So we have, again, a living room, slidable window shade, we have the stoplight so that no Lego cars crash into the side of the building, and we also have a coffee shop advertisement. So this just goes, I slide this over here, it goes right on top there, and that is floor 2 of the pet shop. Here it is so far. And I guess now we're on to bag 6. Let's move this back. So again, one of my least favorite parts of this whole set. It is such a pain to build because it's 14 black studs and 8 red plates. It's annoying to build, but oh well, it works. So that's another one of those little shutters. Let's get going. Here we have, I guess, an air conditioning unit, so that while you're sleeping here, not too hot. The one problem I have with this is it's only attached by a pin in that little hole, so when it's attached, it swings so easily. I wish there was a way that they had secured it better, but I think that they use those pins for the alternate builds that come with the set. Attached to the, I just said it, the air conditioning unit, there's also a light attached. Let's keep going. We're almost done. Structure. I'm just going to make sure in the instructions. I probably should have done that. Yep. So this goes right on top. It has a solar panel, probably to power the lights and the air conditioning unit. And we have a very interesting technique here, which honestly I would have thought would be illegal. It takes these tiles, these 8 by something tiles, 8 by 1, into these little clips, and you put it in. And it's kind of a pain to do because you don't want to push the other ones out. See how I'm having trouble putting it in? And then you just flip it up sideways. Not like that, because that throws stuff all over the place. I'm going to slide it back so you can actually see what I'm doing. But you have to literally clip them into the clips in a way that you might think is illegal. But I also just learned, sorry, it's hard to see with my hand up. I also learned, though, that as long as you're using the new clips, it doesn't actually stress the part, so it's not an illegal building technique. Alright, I'll come back to you once this part is fixed. Okay, I am back. Now, for the final piece, I'm just going to build it live. Kind of just talk about what I thought about the set. So, I think that this set was a lot of fun to build. It's not exactly modular size, but it fits fairly well in a modular layout because it's got the pins. I don't know if they're in the right spot because I don't actually own any modulars, but it has pins that connect to different things. So, you know, if you wanted to put this in a city, I think it's perfectly doable. I really enjoyed building this set. The techniques are all really interesting. Everything is just fun to do. There's a fun little story with the mouse that goes through all the different holes to get cheese from the coffee shop. So this just, sorry, taking a little break. Talking about that, put these together. I'm sliding everything around. Smooth. Slide this so you can see it a bit better. I'm going to tilt the camera. It's good enough. You can see enough. So, this piece connects over here and attaches. Oh, this piece sideways. Yeah, I think there's a whole bunch of character to the set. I like the amount of color that's inside of it. The whole aesthetic is just super pleasing. It's fairly simple, but also very nice. I also like that it's a Creator 3-in-1 set, so you can take all the different parts take everything, take it apart, rebuild it into something completely new. And that's just something that I really enjoy about Creator 3-in-1 sets, is the way that this here is a full model, but you can also use these parts to build a completely different thing that's also just as good. So going back over all the different parts of this modular, or whatever it is, not exactly a modular, but I call it that, because it can work as one. So, I'm going to take off all the parts. There are, oopsie, forgot that I have to take this pipe off. There, I got one felt, some scissors, okay. So, we have roof, oh, and see, these plants keep falling off. That is very annoying, because they just fall off the brick very easily, and it's hard to get them to stay on. I didn't even touch them this time, they just popped off. So let's pair it back on. So, we just pull all these parts off. That. This, we have that. This off. Go. There we go. It's good enough. So, here are all the different parts. We have, just to go over them, we have a pet shop. Inside the pet shop we have multiple animals. We have an opening door, which is always nice. We have a nice front with an ATM and a sign. On top of that, I need to actually consult the thing. So we have a kitchen, which has a drawer, kitchen, a whole bunch of different appliances, even a microwave there, some drawers, a sink, a pan, and even a plant. And it goes right on top of there. And then we have the roof to the, well, I call it the modular. But we have the roof, which comes with a tiny garden, some shears, which I can drop it and show you, has some clippers, and very interesting architecture on the front that goes right on top of here. And that is the first section. One interesting part of the set is that you can take things like this, which is the like the living room, which has the couch and the TV and all that, and you can actually lift up this part of the build, take this, and put it on top, and then have an even taller build. So this will probably fit even better in a modular style build. There you go. Sorry, you can kind of see some living houses. But this will probably fit a bit better in a modular style thing, in a modular style city. So if I pull off this roof again, take this off, put this back on. So that is the first part. The second part is the side of the cafe. So we have a menu, we have a tree with some brick-built birds. Again, I don't have the Lego brick-built dog, but that's okay, because I don't know where it went, it just disappeared. I have a croissant, some plants, some chairs, a nice divider, and this goes right beside this whole section, which... Oh, I have it on backwards, that makes more sense. Okay. Well, the pet shop goes here. The first part is actually the cafe, I should have known. So we have the cafe, very interesting architecture, a nice sign, and inside we have some lamps, we have some cheese right in the corner for the mouse to go get, a chair, I guess that's supposed to be a cash register, more lamps, and that attaches to the side here, like this. So now we have the whole base section. Next, we can put the these two parts, the kitchen and the roof. Then we can take this part here, which has the cafe sign. It's the living room with a plant, a couch, as I've said. It also has sliding shutter, I guess. I don't know how the minifigure would reach it. Maybe this window's open. And you have a traffic light, which goes right here. That way nobody's going to crash and burn your Lego City down. We have the bedroom, which has a bed, a phone, a few other accessories, some very flimsy plants with like no clutch power, and a very tipsy-turvy air conditioning, which honestly isn't too big of a deal. And we attach that there. Then we have the roof, the solar panel to power everything, with a cool roof technique, which goes right on top. I'm going to back it up so that you can actually see the build. And then this pipe here just goes on the side to kind of lock it all together. The set also comes with a hot dog stand, which is a very neat build. It was a lot of fun to do. I really like this inflatable one at the top. And yeah, we also have some minifigures. We've got this guy, which I guess is the hot dog stand owner, with a nice floral printed shirt and a red hat. He's got a nice goatee. We have, I think it's a goatee, maybe it's just a beard, I don't know. We have a young girl with glasses. She has green pants and green apples on her shirt. And we have this really old man who's got a mustache, and as I said, reminds me of Jonah Jameson. And that is the whole set. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions on how I can improve, just, leave me a comment, let me know. If you did enjoy, you can always subscribe. It's free and it really helps out. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, leave me some feedback if you have any. Have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye.